Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Chris, and another episode of I Play Skyrim. A pickaxe, a sword, and a mask. Today we are taking our first trip to Raven Rock with Chivalry and Janassa. And you can see here the beautiful cinematic of pulling up to Raven Rock, which is wonderful. We are here fairly early, and this is a great place to come really early on, as early as you can, and I'm going to say that because of the bonuses and benefits. Granted, the enemies are fairly difficult. The ash spawn can be really rough, but it's worth it.
I don't recognize you, so I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. You've picked one of the worst places in Morrowind to do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions? I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here, and we've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Hail, Jolland. Well met.
So, the quests available to you here in Raven Rock can add up to quite substantial profits. If you clear out the Temple of Ashspawn right here, you can get $1,500. The quest for Fort Frostmoth gives you $7,500. The quest we're about to complete, the Pickaxe, you get $750. You get the Pickaxe. And for dealing with the Severin Manor coup, you receive $7,500 and a house. So, the benefits of coming to Raven Rock early are that you end up with $16,250 plus all the loot you scavenge. You get a Nordic pickaxe, a house, a sword, a priest mask, and one of the finest enchantments in the game, the Chaos enchantment from the Champion's Cudgel. So, popping in here to the inn, I went and found the book Deathbrand. However, I am not high enough level. That activates at level 25, so I will have to come back for the Deathbrand armor.
Here in my shrine. That you
And of course, because I went to sleep here in Raven Rock, I wake up at a random location at one of the stones under the influence of Marak.
Here you reclaim.
So, by way of continued introduction, I just want to say that I appreciate everyone watching, and anyone who watches. I'm just doing this for fun. I would like to take this opportunity to say hi to my friend Hamza, who is in Morocco, and I am making some of these videos as entertainment for him to enjoy as we all deal with being confined. The Windstone is actually just south of the location you come to for the first piece of Deathbrand armor, and I ended up being in close proximity to the Skall village, which is super helpful to me if I can ever find the bridge there. So I got lucky with the stone that I woke up at, because I was going to have to come here and find all this on my own at some point anyway. So I'm just going to run down to the Skall village, get the location, and then we are going to head back to Raven Rock. This video is pretty much playthrough of your first couple missions in Raven Rock, being the Raven Rock mine. So we're going to go into the Raven Rock mine. We're going to have all the dialogue with Crucius Corellius about his great-great-grandfather, Gratian, and then we're going to go ahead and make our way through the mine, taking out all the Draugr and everything along the way. It is a lengthy dungeon, and this video will actually wrap at the Black Book. because it's already
You haven't
quite
seen
extensively
Precious
long.
Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Precious, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. You tell Precious he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
Glover is a great character. He actually has the best thief armor in the game in his basement, and you can get that legit if you are a member of the Thieves Guild and you have read the book Shadow Marks, which he is the author of, I believe, or his brother. Maybe it's his brother. But if you've read the book Shadow Marks and you go visit him, he will give you a quest, after which he will give you access to his basement where you can help yourself to a number of amazing things. Or you can just steal it.
Mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. They think I'm crazy. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. Gratian Caerellius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel, and he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall, but I know better. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest.
It just occurred to me that he says it's his great-grandfather, and that's 200 years ago for a great-grandfather. That doesn't quite seem right to me. I would think great-great or great-great-great, unless the Corelliuses are just very, very long-lived people. Even here in Skyrim, where I believe the average age is 50s, where, you know, because everything wants to kill and murder you.
Finally, someone who believes me. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone. Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company is keeping from all of us. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. Be careful down there. The mine can be treacherous.
This is definitely a lengthy mine, and I actually don't appreciate exactly how long it is, because the fact of the matter is that even at the end of this video, there are still 2 additional sections in addition to the region of the Black Book, the Zone of Apocrypha that you enter. So this is the lengthy mine, and then 3 additional separate locations, essentially, that you have to traipse through just to get the ancient Nordic pickaxe. I mean, you do end up with a bunch of stuff, sure. But, you know, by the time you take out the Dragon Priest, you feel like, cool, that was awesome. This is it. You know, I may have wasted all my potions thinking that was the big fight, and then you have countless reavers and bandits to deal with on your way out. I thought it was a little much. I mean, especially my first time through Raven Rock, I was elated after beating Zakrisos and was excited to just get back, unload all my loot, whatever, and then it kept going. And then I came out and there were more enemies, and I was not ready my first time through. I don't think I had any potions or anything to help me out, so it was a tough playthrough. So this episode, I'm still playing on Legendary, haven't changed that. What I have changed though is that I did put my mods back on because I was doing all the same stuff to get the same results, so it just didn't make any sense to me. I was playing, the reason that I put the mods on in the first place was to create little shortcuts for myself so that I don't have to spend hours and hours grinding skills. That being said, all I have done is put on the Stalrim armor and enchanted it. The bow and bows that I'm using are smithed up just using straight smithing, and then enchanted gear with like 28% improvement, and that's across my ring, my necklace, circlet, blacksmith apron, and gauntlets. So all of that plus an alchemy potion, I think that got me like 48% that I created myself at an alchemy table, and the results are what you see there. So straight up legit level for my bows. And this was the first place that I had really used my weapons. And at first, it seems like the damage is fantastic, right? It seems like, wow, I've got this great edge. I killed a couple of spiders pretty easily. But when we get down into the dungeons with the Draugr, my bow really counts for very little. And you'll see that. And here we are, these locks are challenging in this mine, and yeah, my lock picking is still very low, so I'm still working on that. My lockpick doesn't break though, which is great, so I can just keep sort of going at it. But yeah, and so this section is dark. I do apologize. It's a very dark region, and because I'm armed and my assistant is armed, she is not using her torch. But yeah. I barely missed this pressure plate. I almost got a gate in the face, which I expected Janassa to do to me, so I was very careful as I turned that corner. Because, well, you can see I actually gave her staffs, and she uses them like crazy, which is fantastic. But now the tables have turned, and she does damage to me, incidentally. So I just do have to be careful about that. The fear effect of the Dawnbreaker is what sent that Draugr running, and I realized as I was chasing it that that was not a room I wanted to walk into unprepared, especially on Legendary. So I'm going to loot everything here, and looking for the potions of water walking, which, thanks to the explosive spell power of the enchantment on the undead, they have fallen somewhere around here on the floor. And the Draugr has come unfeared and returned to be dead. They are tough. Look, again, you know, I snuck up on some of the sleeping Draugrs and got some good damage from them. But alert, awake, and me not sneaking, I don't get the sneaking bonus. So the damage has definitely decreased quite a bit.
I feel the eyes of angry spirits upon us. We are not welcome here.
And I'm going to take this opportunity to just ask, you know, if you guys have any thoughts or ideas or any comments at all and you want to leave them, that's great. I can see through the YouTube analytics that not everybody is making it all the way through my videos, and you know, it's fine. I'm not trying to make money. I'm just doing this, again, to share with people who love it, you know, people who want to be distracted while they're doing something else, you know, just put it on in the background and let it play, that sort of a thing. I do that constantly for myself, just for background noise. So for that purpose, and for sharing again with my friend Hamza in Morocco and some other friends I have around the world, just my love for Skyrim. So I hope you do stay and get through the entire video. I hope that the people who want to will find it. And you know, again, if you want to like it, if you want to comment, if you want to subscribe, it's fine. Do whatever you like. But I'm just again, you know, it's a hobby. It's something I enjoy doing. It's a whole creative process as I do this. I get to have the fun of playing, and then I get to edit some footage and make some commentary and share some of the great stuff that I have learned about Skyrim. And here, I realize I should probably be attacking the Draugr, because the Atronach will disappear if the Draugr is dead. So, but, oh, listen. Frostbite. Or, Hoarfrost. Yes, Hoarfrost. Chivalry will be doing the Kolbjorn Barrow quest, and you'll see that in future videos, in which we will pick up the Pickaxe from Rallis Sedaris at the end, the Hoarfrost enchantment, and that was what you witnessed there with it turning to ice, and it's a mod that lets me have access to it at this point, but it's just such a fantastically fun enchantment. I you know, after I get it, you know, if anybody gets it and you can enchant it, it is a really fun enchantment to use if you want to have a, you know, a hilarious playthrough. I think I was being attacked by a Sabercat, and again, you forget about the fact that it has a random chance to occur. And the Sabercat's paws were all encased in ice, and he just tumbled down a hill, and I busted out laughing. Again, because I didn't expect it, caught me by surprise. When the enchantment does take hold and does freeze them solid, it can come in pretty handy. You can focus on other enemies and whatnot. Now, this chest was tough, and I really debated giving up on it, but I didn't. I stuck with it. I practiced my lockpicking. Gotta do it. I love these traps. The first time I ever encountered them in the game, I was murdered, first of all. But they're such a clever little trap, and I can't believe that's accomplished with petty and lesser and common soul gems. You think they'd be bigger soul gems to achieve such a magnitude of effect, but they can be quite devastating, and if I hadn't been sort of paying attention, I probably would have died. Yeah. But with a good shot, you can knock it off the pedestal and be clear to go through. And this is the room that is super dangerous if you're not prepared. My first time here, I was so excited to come to Raven Rock. I was a super low level, and I have never ran and hid and sneaked so much as I did that playthrough. So, that being said, these guys still take a ton of hits to take out. A ton of hits. And this Draugr just disarmed me, which doesn't really happen very often. So I'm panicking a little bit, found my bow, but I wanted to mention that is the reason why I typically have an enchanted pickaxe, because gosh forbid you ever get disarmed and you don't have something else, and I don't always have a secondary weapon. In this case I do, but in that case, you know, you'll have something as a backup, and you can smith up your pickaxes and you can enchant them, so they can do some pretty serious damage if you do it right. And yeah, so that was a surprise, but thankfully I found the bow. At this point in Chivalry's story, he has not yet been to the Greybeards. That is another episode. We will... actually, he goes to the Greybeards after this run. He picks up the next quest and whatnot, but, you know, I had my brief little fun here. I came and got the pickaxe. That was what I wanted to do. And sure, maybe the Blood Skall Blade. But so I come back for the further Raven Rock quests. Most of the time I do it all in one fell swoop. I just bite the bullet and take every quest and do it right away and whatnot. But those ash spawn are no joke on Legendary, and so I'm hesitant to play it that way. And here you will see I give up on this expert chest. Partly because this mine is so long and so tedious, and I know there's still so much to do, and so I don't really feel like investing myself in a little chest and I will just walk away. And I suppose it's possible that not everybody knows that you should take the shot here. On the upper level, they do actually have a bow and arrow sitting there, so that if you want to take the shot from around the corner, you can, but it's just so much easier to take the shot from down here. Grab the spellbook, grab the soul gem, and then work your way to the spiral staircase. And if you didn't know, there's a treasure chest back there too, which I do get into and loot out before continuing upstairs. I will mention it because I just picked up some frost salts, but there is a mage in the inn in Kinesgrove who is in need of frost salts, and if you take her a frost salt, she will give you some alteration training. She will be found sleeping on the floor of the inn if you should arrive there late at night. I distinctly remember my first time in this area. I thought, oh good, this has got to be the end, right? And then I ran down this way, found the treasure chest, and was like, wait, what? Where's the exit? And then, you have to run back up, and that's when you find, oh, there's another door. Oh, and it's locked. Oh, and behind it is even more fun to come. So I'm just looting these bodies. Everything to be found around here, and then you'll see I ask Janassa to stay put while I deal with the Blood Skall door, and then inevitably I will forget that I asked her to stay there, and that'll be fun. We'll see what happens there. If you aren't someone who uses a two-handed weapon in Skyrim, this part can be challenging, mastering the sideways power attacks. And just a note, you just tap left or hold left swiftly on your controller toggle, L3, and then you power attack. So super simple. You just gotta make the motion right before you hit the power attack button. So you want to press in the direction you want to go first, then quickly hit the power attack. And these Blades of Death are so much fun. So much fun. And what happens here, I wish I could say was the first time that I've ever done this, but it's absolutely not. Absolutely not. Remember, I never went back to Janassa, so she is still directly behind me as I'm heading ahead. And one time I even went all the way, fought Zakrisos, and was like, where's my follower? And then remembered, oh, yeah, you asked them to stay. And one time with Marcurio, I left him in a Dwemer dungeon. Deep, deep, deep in a Dwemer dungeon. That was fun. Yeah. But yeah, so I am far from immortal with the mods and whatnot. I mean, I am far from immortal. I have not pushed my stats. I'm doing straight, vanilla perks, so 10 points per level as always, and I am getting slaughtered here. Yep, I have to make it back through. I have to make it back through and get Janassa. Because I forgot her. Yikes. Thankfully, getting back is pretty easy here. And then I'll go and get her, and we will try and make it back through. Boy. No, I am using mutagen here to heal me as I'm going, and that's one of the spells from the mod that I have. But it's just not. Nope. Look at me, I'm healing while I'm dead. Isn't that a fantastic spell? Obviously not powerful enough. So here we get take two. Take two. You are the shadow at my back?
Yes, Sarah. I am the shadow.
Fantastic. Let's get out of here. That was super close. Super close. And at this point, I don't have any perks in Restoration. I just have some reduction via my armor, and it's not even all that adequate, to be honest, because I have such low magicka. A couple repel undead, turn undead, and I'm completely out of magicka. Look, poof. A couple heals, and yeah, that's from a restoration reduction on my armor. I think it's at least 25%, if not more. Anyway, so here we're going to go in and Zakrisos is going to pop up out of the water. He is immune to lightning. And this treasure chest, that's just bait. That is chump bait every single time, and you'll see what I mean here. Now, I'm just nicking him, apparently, with my damage. And Janassa is spamming fireballs, and I don't know if you can see, but watch. She's going to start attacking him. And it is clear that she is doing next to no damage to him whatsoever. in my experience, Chrysos likes to hide. He will often end up on the side behind things. He does take cover while he spams magic at you, and it can be quite crippling. I mean, geez, look at my life here. And I love the realism and the detail. Look at that. Scales from his armor, loosely falling to the floor. And here we'll see 2 gold. 2 gold. 2. So I'm going to run up here, get the word wall. It's the first word for dragon aspect. And at this point, I actually don't even have a dragon soul to unlock it. So I will have to go and find a dragon soul with Chivalry, and we will have to take out a dragon soul to unlock that. So I appreciate everybody sticking through who made it to this part in the video. If you did, you're awesome. Fantastic. We're going to make our way out here to the Black Book. I'm going to clean out the treasure room, but I'm not going to do the Black Book. I despise Apocrypha for so many reasons. I'm just going to leave the Black Book where it is. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.